Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you are new. We are here today to finish up this color along. If you haven't watched the previous videos of this color along, I recommend you watch them first. I will leave it up there. We are coloring in Creative Haven Country Charms by Teresa Goodridge. We are coloring this page here. And we are using Polychromos. In this last and final video, we are gonna color the grass in the background. And while I'm doing that, I'm also gonna have a Q&A. I didn't get any questions in the previous videos, so I found some questions online and changed them a little bit. I think it was from the Get to Know Me tag. I'm not sure. I don't know who started that, so apologize for that. But I'm not gonna do this as a tag. I'm just using these questions to answer so you get to know me better. But without further ado, I'm just gonna start with the coloring, and I will put you down on the page. Alright, I think I'm just gonna do the flowers all the same, and we're gonna do them yellow. But I want them to stick out a little bit different than these ones. So we're gonna use light chrome yellow, dark chrome yellow, Indian red, and burnt umber. I'm just gonna fill all the middle of the flowers in the burnt umber. Like this. So I think we're just gonna start with the questions. So the first question is, what is your name? And my name is Birgitte. And it's spelled B-I-R-G-I-T-T-E. Birgitte. I know it's hard to say it as an English speaker, or maybe some other places too. That is my name. The next question is, how old are you? And I am 27 years old. I'm a January child. So, born early. What are your 3 favorite colors? So, my 3 favorite colors must be teal or turquoise. Oh, maybe more on the blue side. So I guess it's teal and yellow and light blue, I guess. My favorite colors. My least favorite color is orange, but that's not necessarily that I dislike it, but it's just the least favorite. I like all the colors. Now let's go in with the light chrome yellow. And I'm just gonna lightly cover all the petals of the flowers. And the next question is, what is your favorite show, TV, YouTube, movie? So, I think I'm just gonna cover all of those mentioned. My favorite show, I guess this is TV series. And that must be, it's really hard to choose because I like so much. I don't really watch a lot of TV, like I don't watch channels much. It's basically only Netflix and HBO I watch. And I also, I'm not a big fan of movies. I am more of a series person. Or I usually watch YouTube. But my favorite TV series must be... Oh, there's so many great ones. I really love Outlander, Game of Thrones, The Walking Dead, Riverdale, Lucifer, that's what I can think of right now, at least. There's so many great shows. The weirder the show is, the better. Like, I like fantasy stuff, and something weird is happening to the world or something, stuff like that. I guess the less reality, the better. Maybe. When it comes to TV shows, like talk shows and stuff, I really like Taskmaster. That is really fun. Other than that, I don't really watch much TV stuff. Movies. I really love Tom Hanks movies. So, Forrest Gump, Castaway, Green Mile. Really sad movie, but I really love Tom Hanks, so I don't know. There also, I really like catastrophic movies, like end of the world stuff. I might, it probably sounds weird, but yeah. Next, I'm gonna go in with dark chrome yellow. But as I said, I don't really watch much movies. I'm not a big fan of movies. I don't know, it's kind of weird. I love TV series. I can binge watch a lot of seasons in a row, but I do not have the patience to watch a movie. I guess I have the opportunity for a break during a series, but not in a movie. It's longer. I don't know. And usually I end up with questions after the movies, and you don't get the answer. You do that in a TV series, you get the answer maybe in the next few episodes or something. And if you don't get the answer, there is so much happening afterwards that you forget the question. So, if that makes sense. I don't know, I'm weird. So yeah, on YouTube I pretty much only watch art and coloring. Sometimes some other things, I don't know, video games, facts, I don't know. They're mostly art and stuff. The next question is, what is your dream? And I think currently my biggest dream is to release a professional coloring book. I do have an Etsy store, if you haven't checked that out. I have a link in the description. But I would really like to have something published. Hopefully I can do that in the future, but my time is limited since I got a full-time job. And I have this YouTube and I have other things, so yeah, hopefully one day I can do that. Next up is, do you wear makeup? I do. I used to use a lot more makeup before. I was really, I can't go out the door without makeup, but now it's more like, sure, I do some makeup for work and when I'm going somewhere, like, not if I go to the store, grocery store, or if I go get the mail or something, I don't bother with that. But I'm going downtown or something, usually I only use some eye makeup and brows, and sometimes I do full face. So it depends on the situation and what I have time for and stuff. So next color is Indian red. What are your 3 favorite snacks? Huh. So I guess for me, snacks is candy. Snacks is unhealthy food. So that's what I call snack anyways. And we have this candy in Norway, it's chocolate. But inside of the chocolate it's some corn stuff. I don't know how to explain it, but it's made out of corn. It's like a tornado shape and it's dipped in chocolate. And that is called Smash. It's really good. I'm not a big fan of chocolate, but as long as there is a tiny bit of chocolate with something inside it, something else inside it, I guess it's fine. That is one. I really love popcorn. I guess that is not too unhealthy. That's most healthiest snack you can get, I guess. It depends on what you what seasoning and stuff you put on, I guess. And I also love potato chips with sour cream and onion. It's my favorite. What are your 3 favorite foods? I'm not like a favorite person. I don't put favorites on stuff. I don't know. I just like a lot of stuff. No matter if it's, like I said, movies and stuff. And I can't really pick one thing to love, if you know what I mean. But I really love pizza. I know, how original, but yeah. I also love lasagna. And oh, I know, my favorite, spare ribs. But that is not like my everyday food. Really rare occasion to eat that, but I think that is my favorite. Spare ribs. And I love a bunch of other food too. So I really love Italian food. Next up is 3 favorite drinks. My absolute favorite is Coca-Cola. But I have stopped drinking it because I used to be addicted to it. And if I grab one bottle, I'm just gonna get addicted again. And that is not good. It's not healthy at all. So I had to stop, which is sad. But they say that after maybe 3 months to half a year, your body is kind of done with the addiction. So maybe I can treat myself to one can here and there, hopefully. Now I'm gonna go back with the dark chrome yellow. 2 other favorites is I guess water. I really love ice cold water. And in Norway our water systems are really good, so we just take it from the sink or the tap. And I really love it, especially in the winter, because then it's really cold water. So I guess that's a good thing to love the water. Third, I'm not sure. I'm not a coffee drinker. I'm not a... Well, I can drink tea, but it's not like an everyday thing. Because I am really a soda person, but As I said, I stopped with cola, so I had to make alternatives to go sugar-free. So now I vary between the sodas and energy drinks. But I do drink tea sometimes, and I like smoothies as well, and juice. And don't drink milk. Next up is, can you tell us a little about yourself? 10 random facts. So I struggle with this one. I find it hard to I don't know, find stuff about myself. But I managed to write down some facts. And number 1 is that I am terrified of spiders. I am arachnophobic. It is so bad that I refuse to open my bedroom window because I am scared to have spiders in my room. So I live pretty high up, so I guess it's fine. So I open the window sometimes, but I had a spider neighbor in my window for a really long time. I could see it on the corner of the window, so I refused to open it, even on the hottest days. So it's really bad. And I once panicked and had a breakdown for an hour when I found a spider inside the house, and I had to deal with it. And I panicked for an hour before I even did anything. So yeah, my arachnophobic is really bad. I can't even look at pictures. I'm gonna go over everything with the light chrome yellow to finish off the flowers. Yes, next fact is I play video games. A lot of video games. I have a really professional and expensive gaming PC. And I have about maybe 500 video games, so so that's a big passion of mine. I usually end up coloring or doing art first. I think art and coloring is my number 1 passion, and video games is number 2 or equal. I do have a tattoo. I don't know if I can show it. It's kind of weird placed, but let me see if I turn off this camera. Here. So these are my passions. It's art, and these 3 hearts represent how video games usually have these 3 lives, and this have a half heart left. So this is video games and this is art. So back to the coloring. So yeah, video games is a big passion. That leads me to fact number 3. I used to stream video games for 5 years over on Twitch. so I was a big part of the Norwegian streaming community and gaming community. I used to go to big events and stuff like that. I stopped during COVID because my mental health wouldn't really allow it, or I needed a break. My plan was to have a break of a few months, but now it's actually been a year since last time I streamed. I want to go back to it because now I'm feeling so much better. But now there is time that stops me. So now I have a full-time job, so... And now I started YouTube and I have all the coloring to do as well, so... But we'll see. I guess I want to start streaming video games again, eventually. To go in here. Blend that out some more. All right, let's move on to the grass. And we are going to use light green. Leaf green. And hooker's green. So my next fact is, let me just go in with the light green first here on the leaves here. Next fact is it's almost been a year now since I stopped biting nails. I know some of you might think it's really disgusting and stuff like that, but that was a addiction I had my whole life. So I've done it for like 26 years. So it was really hard for me to stop. So I'm really proud that I have stopped biting now, and that was last summer, so it's almost been a year. I got really long nails now. Next fact is that I still live with my mom. That is not really the norm, at least not in Norway. But I have been without a job for many years because I didn't have any relevant experience or education, so it was really hard for me to get a job. But I really love my mom and we get along really good. We are really good friends. So, and I sit here in my room, so my bedroom is basically my apartment. Or yeah, so But now that I do have a job, I'm still in like, what is it called? Trying out or something like that. Trying out the decision. Trial? I don't know what you call it. Let's go in with leaf green. So I'm saving up to move out, but in the meantime I enjoy living at home. I don't mind. I don't really care what other people say, so it's fine. Next up is fact number 6, and that is I'm a self-taught artist. I have been doing art my whole life since I could hold a pencil. I've been coloring and drawing and painting and yeah, you name it, so I have no education in art. I do have, well, it's not education, but we did have some classes in the middle school with art, but that was more like it was everything was art, crafts, woodwork and everything like that, so that's about it. I've taught almost everything myself, and I remember some things from the art classes from school, and I have taught a lot from YouTube, and yeah. So next fact is I used to dance. I was really good in dancing. Dance for when I was super little, I used to dance maybe for 2-3 years, and then I was a bit older, I danced for 3-4 years. I used to have main roles at the stage and stuff like that. I used to dance hip hop and something called disco jazz. So really miss it, but it became really expensive, so I had to quit. And that was many years ago. So I have actually forgotten a lot, but yeah. And I'm not really in shape anymore, so yeah, I don't think I should pick that up again. Next up is I do a lot of other type of crafts as well. I do drawing, painting with watercolor, acrylics, polymer clay. I paint on things, like I renovate objects. Sewing, knitting, embroidery, anything really creative. I make a lot of stuff, really. Cards. I guess creativity is a big part of my life, so I really love being creative. Next random fact is I have lived in Indonesia, Bali, for half a year. I was studying there. Really miss that place. That was one of the greatest times of my life, living there. So that was great. And the last one, I couldn't think of anything, so I'm just going for that. I speak fluently in 2 languages, and that is Norwegian and English. And I also do understand Swedish. Can speak a little bit of Swedish, and I also know some sentences in Spanish. I used to have Spanish in school, so yeah, that was my 10 random facts. Next question is, what are 3 things you like to do? So I have mentioned all the creative stuff that I do. That is what I mainly do, and video games. But I also like to go on camping, or tenting, that is. I like to grab my tent and go into the woods and stay overnight. That is super relaxing, and I love nature, so. But I'm a really freezing person. I'm always cold, so I can only do this in the summer. And where I live, it's not really much summer. Anyways, what else do I like to do? I like to do something called geocaching. It's like this app on the phone where you see a map of where you are. It's using GPS. And then there are like these spots or marks on the map. You go to that mark, and there could be some information about that cache. It's called a cache, though. And then there's also some hints, but I usually don't click on the hints until I need it. So you need to find this spot. You go to that spot where it shows you on the GPS, and then you actually physically try to find a box or something that has a piece of paper inside where you log your name. You write down your name in that log, and then you log the cache in the app. So it's basically a treasure hunt, and it's amazing. It's super fun. I haven't done that in a while though, so I need to pick that up again. Other things I like to do, I like to take a walk and bicycle. Can't really think of anything else right now because I haven't done much stuff really lately. So yeah. Next question is, what best describes where you live? Cold. So I live in the middle of Norway, so, and the further north you go in Norway, the colder, or actually not, it's colder here because I live on the coast and the humidity is really high, so it's actually colder here than most places in the north. We mostly have snow and rain and storms. In the summer we usually have maybe 2 weeks of sunny days. So, but it gets pretty warm in the summer when we first have the heat. So lately now we just have all the seasons at once in one day. So like yesterday it was full winter, it was a lot of snow. So I put on all my warmest winter clothes, went down to work, and I witnessed outside the window that it was raining later on the day, and when I was about to go home it was basically summer. So it was super hot to bike home. It was really hard. So yeah, welcome to Norway. Next up is, how long have you colored for? So now it's more coloring questions. I have colored for 5.5 years in adult coloring books. I have basically colored my whole life, but when it comes to this and this passion with adult coloring books, it's been 5.5 years. And my first book was Millimerata. Oh, I can't remember the name. I know the Norwegian name is Fantastiske dyr. I don't remember the English name. So I was pretty much hooked right away. But I have colored a lot more lately than in the start, so yeah. Next one is, what is your coloring style? I guess it's semi-realistic. I do really vary in how I color stuff. But this is mostly my style, so not super realistic, but not like something else either, so I guess it's semi-realistic. I'm using Booker screen, by the way. Then it's, what is your most used coloring tool? So besides from pencils and stuff, like other tools, it must be my Posca pen, I guess. I can show you. So this is like my bag of tools that I use to when I color. So I use this is just a big makeup brush that I use to dust off stuff. I use this electrical eraser. White Posca. And these pencil extenders. And that is the most things I use. And of course, sharpener. But then I also have some other stuff that I use occasionally, and like this blending pencil by Caran D'ache. It's basically a wax, just pure wax pencil, colorless wax. I also use aqua brushes, and sometimes I draw things in, so I use a pencil and then I don't have it here, but they're like a permanent fineliner marker. Yeah, I use these to mark my pages. So I use blue for finished pages and pink for bibs. And I use some colorful washi tapes for pages that I want to color in the future. Yeah, I guess my most used are these two. And my sharpener. A Faber-Castell sharpener. And also these, because I have a lot of short pencils. Next up is, what is your favorite coloring medium? And that is coloring pencils. No doubt. Hands down, coloring pencils. I also like to use alcohol markers sometimes, but only in one-sided books. And I also use some water-based pencils as well, but that is, I guess that also goes under coloring pencils, I guess, maybe. I don't know. It's pencils and it's colors on them, so it's just used differently. What is your favorite coloring brand? Faber-Castell. It's my favorite. Oh, but I really love my other pencils too. These are my go-to. Probably because these are super high quality. And these were my first good quality pencils that I owned. But I really like the brand Faber-Castell in general. They have a lot of good stuff. And what I like about these Faber-Castell pencils is that they actually don't deforest any place to to make their pencils. They actually have their own forest that they plant their own trees to make the pencils. So that is a plus in the book. Next up is, what is your favorite coloring book? This one is super hard. As I said previously, I'm not good with favorites because I can't choose between things. That's why I have so many books. No. But I can mention some of my favorites. And oh my, it's so hard. Must be Sagor och sagnar by Emilie Lidhäll Öberg. Anna Carlson's Daydreams. Mythomorphia by Kerberos. I'm just having a blank here, so because I can't. I love all my books, so I guess that is some of my favorites. I might be forgetting some books. I really love Ivy and Ink Butterfly as well by Johnny Basford. Next up is, who is your favorite coloring book artist? This one is hard as well. Really hard. So the people previously mentioned, I guess. Kerberos. Johanna Basford, Anna Carlson, Emilie Lidhäll Öberg, Maria Trolle. Yeah. I'm just basically coloring everything in the same colors here. And then I leave the tips of the grass slider. I think I'm just gonna pick one more color to make some parts darker after I've gone over everything here. Alright. Next up is, do you have any pets? No, I don't. My mom is allergic to fur animals, mostly cats and dogs. So I used to have a cat when I was a kid. Died many years ago by a car, unfortunately. His name was Dennis. I really loved him, and I was devastated when I lost him. I think nobody could speak to me for 2 weeks after that. I guess in the future I might get a cat because I really love cats, and I would love to have a friend, new family member. But that means responsibility and I can't travel anywhere or stuff like that, so we will see. Maybe when I retire. So in many years. I can have a cat then. When is your favorite time to color? Anytime? When I can. But I really enjoy evenings. Evenings is my favorite time in general, so because I'm a bee person, so night owl, basically. I have the most energy in evenings and nights, so super relaxing to color before bed. Do you have a favorite non-coloring YouTube channel? Oh, I don't know. I mean, coloring. Okay. So, after coloring, it's basically just art, like drawing and painting and stuff. So, my favorites, because I can't choose one as usual, is Bailey J, and Moira Elizabeth. Let me see. I actually have to check my YouTube list here. Yeah, Drawing with Waffles, Nerd Forge. They do a lot of crafting. Really like Mira Byler and Chloe Rose Art and Super Ray Diesel. They are. I usually watch all their videos, so that are those. What is your favorite store? Any art supply store. So I have this local art store here in my city, and I absolutely love it because they have open stock coloring pencils, and they have paints and all the tools, and basically a pure art store. They only have professional art stuff though, so not really much budget friendly, but I'm in heaven when I'm in there. But we also have another store in my town. It's not like local, it's not like a small business, it's a huge company. I think it's from Sweden, and it's called Panduro. And they basically have, it's a craft store, so they have all the craft stuff. They have art, knitting, textiles, painting, some baking stuff, yeah, all the things. I absolutely love that store as well. What is your favorite Etsy store? So basically I'm only buying coloring stuff on Etsy, like PDFs. And I guess my favorite store is Mariola Budek. I guess. I also like Fabiana Atanasio. I do have a Etsy store myself, and I do believe you can see what I have followed. If you click the link down below, you can see my favorite shops there. What is your favorite magazine? So I don't really read magazines. Like I don't really read at all. Well, I do read like on the internet, but I don't read books, magazines, or anything. So, but I do have a monthly subscription on a coloring magazine, which is Coloring Heaven. So I guess that is my favorite magazine. What is your favorite video game? How do you choose your favorite video games when you have 500 video games? I haven't played them all, by the way, so... But one of my favorites are Skyrim. That is a open world fantasy game. Really like medieval Viking-ish. I really love The Witcher. Oh, that's another TV show, by the way. TV series I love is The Witcher. But I also love the video games of The Witcher, especially number 3. I play a lot of something called Dead by Daylight. It's a competitive survival kind of game. It's a horror game where there's one killer and 3 survivors that need to get out from the killer's lair. I also really love building games, so Planet Zoo, where you build your own zoo. The Sims. I guess most of you have heard about The Sims, because that is pretty well known. I also love the Minecraft. So I basically play everything of video games. For those of you who understand my video game language here, I love MMO, MOBA, horror, story, yeah, everything. puzzle games. So another favorite as well is Red Dead Redemption. Let me know in the comments if you play video games. I would love to see if anyone else has the same interest besides coloring. I do know there are some people in the community that play video games. I also play, this is not a video game though, but it's a role-playing game, and that is D&D that I play. It's been, I haven't played it in a while though, but that is super fun. So that's basically a role-playing board game kind of thing. So there is a game master that makes a story, and then the players they kind of make the story as well, because the game master can't really plan everything, and usually we go out of script, so and there are dice that predict what we do, or yeah. So the situation can be good or bad, depending on what the dice show. So we basically only, it's like a telling game. You tell stuff and you tell a story, and it's not really much visual. You roll the die and you type down on paper what's happening, and yeah. So that is pretty fun. What is your favorite animal? Gosh, I love animals, and they're all cute. Except for spiders, of course. But, so, I have a lot of favorites there too, but if we can go for pets first, and oh my god, I love them all. But I think my favorite is cats. It's always been cats, but I absolutely love dogs too. So my favorite pet type of animal is cats, but I also love the wild animals. I'm really fan of lemurs, ring-tailed lemurs. They are so cute. Pandas, all the big cats. Koalas. It's really hard to choose. I want to say them all, but yeah. Those are some of my absolute favorites. What is your favorite time of year? Summer. Since I'm a cold person, I freeze a lot, so winters are terrible for me. Winters are cold and dark, and it's basically in the middle of the winter. It's maybe 1 hour of light, so it's, yeah, it's just darkness. And I like I like the bright sunlight and colors of the summer and the heat and the freedom to go outside without freezing and enjoy the nature. So don't get me wrong, winter is beautiful. It's super beautiful to watch the snow and stuff, but it's so cold, and most of the year where I live it's winter. So I mean, it's April now and it's still winter here. Last year we had snow in May. So, and when the summer is here, it's sunlight all night long as well. It's not like pure, you don't see the sun, but it's light. The sun doesn't go down completely in the summer, so I love summer nights when you can sit out on the balcony or something and just, yeah, I love to sit out on the balcony and paint. And I basically love to be outside, and the summer gives me more freedom to be outside, so without being fully packed and with winter clothes and can barely move because there's so many clothes. Oh yeah. Summer is my favorite. There's so much more fun activities to do, in my opinion, in the summer as well. I don't like skiing or anything, so yeah. What is your favorite holiday? There's not really any holidays in the summer, so... And since I don't really like winter that much, I think it's a really fun and happy time during Christmas, because everything lights up, like there's lights everywhere, and it's pretty and it's cozy, and you get to be more with family. And so yeah, I think my favorite holiday is Christmas. And then we got the last question, and that is, where do you wish to travel in the future? My dream locations are, oh god, I want to go so many places. I would love to go on a backpacking trip where I just go all over the world. Can't do that now, of course, but you see what I mean? You understand what I mean? This is just dreams, you know? So, I would love to go back to Bali one more time in my life, to look back to my memories and stuff, and I absolutely love that place. But other places where I haven't been, I really want to go to is Italy. I would love to go to America, and I want to go to like Peru, and Scotland, to go back to England. I've been in London, but I want to go back again. I would love to go to Spain. Where else do I want to go? I think I need to put up a map to see. There's so many places. Let's just search. Hello? Google Maps. Oh, I would love to go to France as well. Can I not zoom out on Google Maps? I would love to go to Egypt and see the pyramids. I want to visit more places in Greece. I've been to Greece before, but only like, or like a kind of party place. I would like to see more of like old towns and oh, I would really love to see the island in Mamma Mia. Yeah, I want to go. I want to go all over the place. So yeah, that was the last question. So I want you, you're still with me. If you want to answer some of these questions, maybe your favorites of the like favorite books and favorite animal and stuff like that. If you want to, you can type that in the comments and I will get to know you too. Hopefully we will get to know each other more in the future. I need to sharpen this. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed my Q&A. I'm just gonna go back and forth with these colors, of course, green, leaf green, and light green. With just basically everything in Hooker's green and leaf green, light green at the tops for highlights. So I'm just gonna fast forward the rest of this and I will be back when I do something else. Let's go. Alright, let's now move on to these jars, the glass in the jar. And I want it to look transparent, so we're gonna use the Hooker's green. Let's do a light layer. And since the background is also mixed with the olive green, I'm just gonna lightly mix in that color too. Then I'm gonna go in with the dark indigo in the edges here, and also maybe some on the edge. Not too dark. Not pressing hard. I feel like this part is thicker glass, so I'm gonna make it a little bit darker. Now we're gonna go in with the blender. Blend it. I'm pressing hard now, I'm burnishing. Burnishing is when you basically flatten the paper. And get rid of all the white spots, all the tooth of the paper. And this is smushing around the colors and it's blending it together with the wax. There we go. Maybe a tiny bit darker with the with the dark indigo. And now comes the magic. Oh, I have it here. Task pen. I'm just gonna make sure it's ready to use. It is. And now we're gonna lighten up the edges. And I'm kind of dragging it out with my finger so it won't be as It won't be like bright, bright white. You are supposed to have fun with art, so don't be scared to get messy. There we go. I'm just gonna sharpen the hooker's green again because I want it real sharp. Same with the leaf green and the dark indigo. It looks a bit weird right now, but I think it's gonna turn out great. First up, I want to get rid of the mess. That I made. Alright, just really lightly going over with some hooker's green. It's really easy for the Posca to get scraped off, so really careful here. Going in with the dark indigo again. What I basically did is lighten up the black lines a little bit. And now let's add the highlights in the glass. Yes. I think that is fine. There we go. So it's getting pretty late now, so I will continue the background tomorrow. This is what we did now, and this is just gonna be some seconds for you, but a day for me. So I will be right back. Alright, I am back. It's been 3 days for me, but really fast for you. So let's just get down on the page. So let's move on to the sky. And I am gonna use light phthalo blue. And we're just gonna go lightly. Just like that. You can barely see it on the camera, I think. But let's just speed this through. All right. Now this layer is done. I'm gonna go in with the Derwent electrical eraser, and we're gonna make some clouds. Just some random shapes. Just off the axis. And now we're gonna go in with a Caran D'ache white luminance. And I'm just gonna smooth everything out. So this pencil lightens up the sky a little bit. I really like to use this pencil when I burnish, and at the same time I want to lighten up the color a bit. So let's just speed this up. All right, let's go in with a white Posca. Make sure to shake it well before use. And I'm just gonna add some more details on the clouds. I'm just making squiggles here and there. All right, let's move on to the background grass. And we are going to use chrome oxide green. Permanent green olive. Earth green yellowish. And light green. So let's start with chrome oxide green. And I'm just gonna go in the closest area here. Closest to the fence. Just fade it out the further up I go. We're basically gonna do a gradient from this one first, then the permanent green olive, then this one, and then this one. I'm gonna put it up like this so you can see all of them. Okay, this is hard. Let me see. I have a new one here. Maybe better with the shadow. Oh. Right. The list of colors will be down below, so this is the order we're gonna go for. Up. So let's just speed through it.
slowly. I think I'm crazy. I think it's crazy. Think I'm slowly. I think I'm crazy. I think it's crazy. Think I'm slowly. I think I'm crazy. I think it's crazy. I'm slowly, I think I'm crazy. I think it's crazy. Think I'm slowly, I think I'm crazy. I think it's crazy. Think I'm slowly, I think I'm crazy. I think it's crazy. Think I'm slowly.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. You and I, we got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon. Side by side and through. No limit to what we can do. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. You and I, we got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. Ooh.
Right, now for the bushes in the front here, I'm gonna go in with pine green. And then chrome oxide green. Starting with the pine green. I'm gonna do some down at the bottom of the bushes here. What I basically did with the grass in the background is that I made them look like different patches, if that makes sense. So here's one, and there's one, and there's one, and there's one. So this one is behind this one is behind here. So like that. So the shadows here didn't stand out too much, so I'm gonna go in with the dark indigo. The light layer. For these other bushes, I'm gonna use the pine green again. And then in with the chromium green opaque. Let's go over everything. And now for the bushes furthest away, I'm gonna use this one again. I don't want too much detail in the background here, because the focus should be in the foreground. I'm gonna be really lightly, because the further away something is, the more saturated is the colors, and less detail so you don't. It shouldn't be bright. Right. And then I'm gonna go in with the earth green yellowish. I find it easier to do a light and smooth layer if the pencil is not sharp, especially on this paper. There we go. I think I want to darken up this tree a little bit more. And I do believe I used this one, so just use this one. If I do need to have the pencil kind of sharper, I just rotate the pencil and find a sharper edge. There we go. I think I want to go in and darken up quickly the tree as well, like this part. And we were using Nougat 178. I'm just gonna quickly tiny bit darker. Just so it stands out a little bit more to the background, the further back there. There we go. And now for the houses. I don't want the houses to stand out too much because I don't want to take away the focus from the foreground here. So I'm just gonna go in with light yellow ochre. Then the burnt umber. use the same on this roof. I think I want to do that house reddish, so I'm gonna use red violet. Super lightly. There we go. Now I think we're pretty much done. We have all of this finished. Let me put you down on the other camera. Alright, I just tested a few lines here with the light green Posca. I'm not sure if I can show that. No, it's too blurry. But anyways, it's called a light green Uniball Posca. And this is the 0.7 millimeter PC 1M. Give it a good shake. I'm just gonna go in and do some flicks here and there. Not sure if I'm happy with the front grass here. With the colors. I'm just choosing the places where it's already drawn in grass. And I'm going in different directions. Some short lines and some longer lines. Let's go in with yellow, and that is the same size. I do believe these are numbered. If so, this is number 2 and the green one is number 5. Just a few here and there. I think I want to try and put some on the black lines here. Not all of the black lines, just on the on the tips here. You don't have to do this. You don't have any Posca pens. All right. Maybe a little bit. Yes, you can't see much from this view. I'm just gonna go in with one more Posca, I think. And that is this one. Ivory, number 46. Same size. It looks like it's been some red here, so let me see. Go in on the dots here. Alright, I believe that is it. We are finished. It took a long time, but we did it eventually. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video. I would really appreciate that. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!